So the 12th issue of Alias. This one is, I mean, pretty much it picks up like 1 second after the bomb drop of Becca, the missing teenage girl from this small town. Jessica is investigating her case, and the bomb drop is that Becca is a mutant. And when that dropped, I felt like, okay, is the Marvel universe, and the moment we think mutant, we think of X-Men. We think of people who are born with their powers at the age of puberty. But there's also the other version of mutant, as in she's antisocial. She's maybe a little bit more mature than her fellow peers because also maybe she's able to pick things quicker or whatever it is. She is a freak, as in she's antisocial. She can't fit. She just can't fit in. But I'm more on that side versus the mutant side, the former mutant, just because all these people that Jessica interviewed, they don't know fuck all what power she has. They don't know anything about just say people know she's a mutant because the cheerleader told that she's a mutant that was from the high school jock, which I would say is a grand assault. I'm not fully buying the whole mutant thing, so until I see if Rebecca has powers, reveal the powers. Now on the second half, there's a bit of this like a romantic movie type feel, like a thriller. There's always like a love interest kind of thing. And this love interest is the sheriff that we were introduced in the last issue. And I will say this sheriff, I knew it wouldn't go much, just because of the personality of Jessica. Jessica's the type of person, if you really think about it, from the first issue with her sleeping with Luke Cage, as briefly to say, she slept with Luke Cage. She's the type of person who if she's into a guy, she'll just immediately jump the guy's pants. That's basically, and then that's fine. That's fine if two essential adults say yes, let's have sex, let's hook up, and that's all that. That's who Jessica is. This guy is probably a little bit more of steps. Let's have a date. Let's make out on the car, but not yet with the sex. I feel like this guy could be like save his virginity for marriage kind of guy. But the real reason is he's very assertive, a little bit icky, a little bit worried about having sex with Jessica, because Jessica is immediately saying the words like fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, come on, fuck me, we're saying that. Immediately he is like, you have powers, I'm scared that you might kill me by having sex. And I'm like, that's a weird, I was like, okay, that's a realistic response. That's probably because I remember this one story. I'm going to DC. It's called Super and Earth 1 Volume 2. Where if you read the story, you know what scene I'm talking about. Where there's a flashback where teenage Clark Kent is getting the sex talk with Jonathan. And Jonathan basically says, Man of Steel winning a paper, applying that you could accidentally kill someone by sticking your dick into them. There's a precedence of it. There's a real there's a sense of realism there. And of course Jessica's like, come on, just I won't hurt you unless you let me, and stuff of those lines. And clearly Jessica is a little bit more into the waffle side, and this guy isn't. So I was like, clearly, I know it's weird talking about symbiote sex, but it's pretty much a good conversation when you hear a guy who's very scared of having sex with someone who has powers. It's going to be weird me talking about this now. Is that let's talk about. I'm going to wrap this up where we have a flashback. Jessica has a dream where she's she's Jules. She's in her superhero outfit, and she's flying by. She sees Thor. She's like, "Hello, she's like, "Hello, fellow superhero," and Thor's like, "The eye for Jules." I'm trying to be Shakespeare here. The Nice to see you, Jessica. Hello, fellow superhero. It's mostly that. And then she sees this girl, this older woman, looking out of the looking at her, and it turns to purple. And then there's a silhouette of a guy, and it's like clearly that's Kilgrave. Um, it's it's weird just because like in the rest of it, it has this kind of like the art is by. I'll tell you this because of the art. The art is by Michael Gagnos. In most of this book, and which is mostly all of the like gritty investigative stuff. But then you got Mark Bagley drawing that dream sequence with Kilgrave, and you're like, this is gonna be interesting. Where you have like the light heart stuff in there, but it's yeah. This is a good issue. It's a very good issue. I know I've been talking about a lot about superhero sex, but it's probably a topic with this particular issue that is kind of fitting with its chapter.